I don't know about you, but I've never been that kind of guitarist who always practiced scales 24/7, the only thing I do. I feel like that guy who practiced scales 24/7, like he always had that closed worldview that that it kind of always only revolved around scales. Playing as many scales as possible will equal to you becoming better at guitar. For a long time I actually had that belief. I really tried practicing scales for some periods because I thought that was the way of playing better solos. So in high school, I believed that way of thinking as true. Since it didn't click with me, that way of learning, I always felt that I wasn't good enough at guitar. I always thought people who played scales 24/7 didn't play that good solos, let's be honest. They were the best at theory. They knew all the inversions known to mankind. But as soon as they started soloing, it was like they didn't know what to do with all that information that they had practiced. I wanted to understand the correlation between playing scales and improvising hip lines. And I wanted to know why it sounded so good when the greats improvised. It sure didn't sound like they used any scales. Thinking that scales will make you play melodic is like thinking you will get rich by not buying that latte on the way home. The thing that nobody talks about is the power of the arpeggio. When it comes to playing melodic, what I've realized is the power of the arpeggio is not something we should underestimate. I mean, there are a lot of things going into playing melodic, but I have to go to my job later, so I can't really go into everything that has to do with melodicism. But the power of the arpeggio, as I said, is not to be underestimated. When I realized the power of the arpeggio, I kind of felt it almost as an identity. To all the guys who played scales, I was like, hey, this is me. Hey, this is what I do. I'm an arpeggio guy. In a weird way, I thought this hack was kinda the way that the greats thought about it too. To demonstrate the power of the arpeggio, let's say you have a G major 7 and you play a G major 7 arpeggio over that. Sounds really good. Now, hold on. What if we switch the chord we play to an E minor 9 and play a G major 7 arpeggio? How does that sound? It's a little bit cooler, ain't it? Now switch that chord to an A7 sharp 11. How does that sound? Now switch it to a C major 7 sharp 11. You get my point? Here is a 2-5-1 in the key of D, where the only improvisational concept is a G major 7 arpeggio. So I'm not doing anything else other than playing a G major 7 arpeggio over this 2-5-1 in D. Sounds kind of jazz, right? So to summarize, I'm not here to say don't practice scales. I mean, if it what resonates with you, you should really do it. I'm just here talking about my experience, and scales didn't work for me. And what worked for me was basically thinking more arpeggio based. If that's something you can resonate with, I'm really happy because then I've given value to you. I hope my experience has helped you in some kind of way and that you will be sticking around in the future in this channel. I'd love to build a community of like-minded people that likes this kind of stuff. You got one-on-one lessons in the bio. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. Have a nice whatever you have. Bye-bye.